Welcome, everyone. I'm Dr. Rob Coleman, and welcome to the fourth Conversations with Coleman. I don't have to restate that is me, but just in case people forgot, it's not Matt, it's me. But we're super excited to do this live show today to talk a little about the annual meeting. I'm super excited to have my two great friends and program chairs for the 2021 International Gynecological Cancer Society meeting, Professors Anna Oaknin from the Vall de Hebron Institute in Spain. She's joining us. And Professor Matt Powell, who is at the Washington University here in the US. And so welcome to you both. Thanks for joining me today.
Hi, everyone, and thank you, Rob and IGCS, for having me today on this episode, and more importantly, giving me the opportunity to be the co-chair of the 2021 program with Matt. Thank you.
I could not agree more. Boy, I'm so thrilled to be part of this group. It's just been a wonderful to work with you, Anna, and Rob, and the others on the committee. We've assembled just an amazing meeting for the International IGCS Annual Meeting.
Yeah, thanks to you both. And thanks for doing this. I'm really excited to have you guys run this program. We have such a great lineup, and I know you've been so creative with the ideas. You know, I think that's top of mind of everybody. I think was, is this going to be live? Is this going to be virtual? So last year we had a great meeting that was all done virtual. We pivoted at the last minute and made that a success. I think now that the world is kind of evolving with the resolution, hopefully as soon as possible, the pandemic. So I think that safety is obviously going to be a high priority for thinking about Rome. But I do want people to know that we have been in close contact with the authorities in Italy, and we have secured a room, the Auditorium Parco della Musica, which is a beautiful facility. I'm so glad that Dr. Herzog and Rayner picked it out for us last year, so that we could use it this year. But it's a great facility, and we are now confident that we will be able to have some component of an in-person meeting. Now, it might just be the four of us, but but I'm pretty excited that no, we're definitely going to have a meeting that's going to be this hybrid. And we're so excited to be able to bring this to our members and guests. So, it will be a little bit smaller in size, and we will be following, obviously, the health authorities' recommendations. But we are now confident that we should be able to have one, at least a in-person component for the meeting.
That's right, Rob. And I know people are begging to get out of town and get together with all their friends. And we have many different scenarios in place for the gathering in Rome. We expect that the venue will allow IGCS a maximum capacity of at least 500 people in the auditorium that we'll be using. So a great chance to interact in a socially conscious way. And depending on the attendance potential that we see during the registration, the room at the venue can be made smaller or larger. And if needed, there's potential that we can host speakers and moderators only while broadcasting out of the virtual meeting technology. The bottom line is we're ready for a gathering and to come together in the safest manner possible.
I'm really excited, hearing all of you speaking about our next meeting in Rome, for sure. I would like to say that we are very grateful to the IGCS staff as they continue to bring new and different concepts to us during these challenging times. I know it's thought that it's still a bit uncertain, but we strongly encourage everyone to submit abstracts for review and consideration, knowing that those accepted will have the opportunity to present their work in one way or other.
Yes, absolutely, Anna. The call for abstracts and surgical films is now open. There are a lot of great categories to choose from. Some are new this year, so carefully review those. We are thrilled that we were able to set a reasonable deadline so that everyone can submit up until May 5th of this year. This means we'll have a very quick turnaround for grading and acceptance. And by the time that we will have a much better idea of attendance for the meeting, safety guidelines about the meeting. So we have a lot of things in the work, a lot of moving parts. And again, thank that IGCS staff.
Oh my gosh, yes, it's so true. I think we're, watching this evolve over the last year. I think we're really confident that this is going to come together. Our IGCS community is incredibly strong, it's diverse, it's robust. And it really allows us to put together just I think a meeting with equal components to it as our membership. And so with that, I do want to announce that the official 2021 website for the meeting will be up in the next week or two. But you can always still go to the IGCS.org website. And on the homepage, you can find out the latest information. Now, registration is not quite open yet, but it should be open very soon. And we will certainly circle back on that as in the number of different ways that people can gather. Now we have a new kind of idea going this year. It seems like we're always doing something innovative around the meeting. Last year, we pivoted to a completely virtual meeting. Now we're going to try something a little bit different to take advantage of the fact that we will have an in-person gathering. And we understand that many parts of the world have different restrictions on travel. We hope that as those restrictions release, we'll have a bigger in-person attendance. But we're gonna try to leverage this the technology and our local communities around the world to do a kind of hub and spoke type of meeting. Now, the concept for this is that the hub will be in Rome. We will have different sessions that will be timed for specific opportunities that will allow for different areas around the world to be able to gather in their local environments to be able to have like a simulcast. So we'll be broadcasting from Rome, and then we'll have a gathering at a spoke site. It could be any place in the world. And in that spoke site, they will have an opportunity to gather in an auditorium locally and with a moderator. And then we'll have the opportunity to have live interaction, feedback with the spoke. So a very cool way to do, like I used to say, it's a little bit of like a CNN. We'll go to our correspondents and wherever our sites are. And as you know, our council is represented by ambassadors, essentially, for multiple sites around the world. So we're going to be turning to our great international network to be able to put in place these regional gatherings so that they can have the kind of the feel of being in person and being able to interact with the program that you guys are putting together. So we hope that our colleagues who can't travel for whatever reason will be able to engage in this type of this kind of idea. So Anna, I wonder what are your thoughts about this?
Ross, thank you for asking, because I was hearing to you and I was so excited about this idea. I think it's such a great concept. So I think this is a great way to really bring all of us together. The idea of those who are in Rome will have a direct communication with colleagues and friends all over the world is so amazing. I have to say that this engagement with colleagues that has been missing, it will be great. I hope that we have a lot of spoke sites. I know, and I plan to encourage many of my colleagues in Europe to do this if travel is limited. Hopefully it's not, but in the case that the travel is limited. So if anyone listening is interested in setting up a spoke location, please reach out to IGCB email. I mean, I think that you can contact that at any time. It will have a great experience to have a spoke location at your site. And for sure, you can find much more information in our website. So don't hesitate and go for it.
Yeah, thanks so much. And I really encourage people, if they're interested in doing something like this, to please contact us, and we can give you a little bit more about the logistics. We've done a few of these ad hoc. And I think they work really well. But to do it live during a meeting will be something really new. But we had such a successful meeting in 2020, and so we're hopeful to kind of capitalize on what we learned from that meeting, and then add in these new opportunities for the 2021 meeting. Matt, I mean, I'm going to turn to you and to the two of you and just maybe give us a brief snippet of what you guys got in store for us.
Well, yes, IGCS 2020 was such a success, so the pressure is definitely on. We're feeling it. We're going to meet it and succeed. The master sessions were new to the program last year, and they were so excited to continue them because they were very, very successful. There's 4 master sessions, each one covering a gynecologic oncology disease site, such as ovarian, cervical, uterine, and vulvar cancer. These were by far the most popular sessions watched last year and viewed as recordings after the meeting. And the feedbacks with those sessions are really driving this to be a must for 2021. We're in the early planning stages or intermediate planning stages. Anna has put a ton of work into getting the best directors for each of these sessions. And I want to say that they've all accepted, and we're working on those programs. So we'll have a full spectrum of information to bring really that multidisciplinary team to each 4 of these disease sites with experts from pathology, radiology, obviously the surgical side and the medical oncology side. So really just a great team approach as we approach patients. And the positive aspect of hosting parts of this meeting virtually is that we can invite speakers really from all over the world for our interesting cases and secure them for virtual presentation that might not be able to be possible in a live meeting. And of course, we all know surgical education courses are some of the best attended sessions at the meeting. And true to previous years, we'll have another robust surgical film festival. And we're so grateful for our colleagues in Rome and the Italian Society of Gynecologic Oncology who are working very diligently on this. They are so engaged and so many experts at our disposal, just amazing. Anna, please share some of the other educational items we'll be planning.
Sure, happy to do it. So we're currently accepting abstracts through IGCS.org, and we are planning to fill the program with excellent plenary session with oral abstract presentation, distillation, and debate. However, remember, the abstract submission deadline is less than 4 weeks away on May 5th. We will also be considering any seminal abstracts and late-breaking abstract science later this summer. So please submit your abstract to this marvelous meeting. Last year, there was a tremendous interest and success in our poster format. Last year, IGCA accepted over 450 abstracts for the virtual abstract poster hall, which is such a great way for researchers to share their work and be published in the IGCA journal. Of course, we will also select a number of featured posters for oral presentation as we have in previous years. We have learned that there was over 4,200 views of this digital poster throughout the 4 days of the meeting last year. This is really, really amazing. So we feel that this virtual format for poster is such a unique and effective way to discuss and learn from the content in the poster. We may have finally found the solution to maximize the impact of poster by getting all delegates logging into a virtual meeting platform.
I think you might be right. I think we all struggle with this, and but I have to give credit to this organization because we have been continually trying to iterate on how to do posters well. We did the walk with the professors session a couple times, which I thought were really fun to do, and I think the attendees really enjoyed the attention their posters received. So yeah, we're continuing to innovate around posters, but I think that what you mentioned is exactly on target. And thinking also about the plenary sessions, I've been giving some thought to my presidential sessions and some exciting opportunities. Being in Europe and bridging the clinical trials gap. Obviously an area I'm so passionate about. So hopefully we'll have some more information to give about what the presidential plenaries will be themed around and how that will be conducted. But more to come. Just another teaser. Finally, we're thrilled so much with the interest in our industry symposia. We have very strong and robust relationships with our industry colleagues, and our partnership with them and their commitment against in helping us fight against women's cancers. IGCS has developed over the past couple of years a real bi-directional relationship with industry, and we'd like to think about this not only around the time of our meeting, but actually year-round. So we're thinking about ways that, again, how we can innovate on our communication with our large contingency around the world. And so more to come on that as well. We're very excited about this session. Again, you know, the IGCS staff has really done a fantastic job in finding new ways and unique ways to engage with industry during the meeting. You know, I think one thing that is a common theme that comes up all the time is about the trade show. You know, we've been in, all have been in many of these virtual meetings. I think there's pretty consistent noise that this is not an effective way to do an industry show. So we're not going to do one. We're gonna come up with a different way to engage with industry. We're excited to be able to share this new idea as coming through. But again, hats off to the staff with coming up with innovative ways to explore new things, how we can engage industry and new things about the meeting.
Well, there's no doubt that Zoom fatigue is set in, and it did about a year ago for me. I am
me also.
Yeah, which is why I'm asking you to do another Zoom for this introduction.
I'm glad we're taking the feedback from the 2020 meeting and from both attendees and industry and really making some amazing, great changes in the right direction.
Okay, so well, thanks so much. So before we sign off, I just want to ask if either of you have been to Rome. And I know Anna, you probably never been there, but let me tell you, it's not too far away, just around the corner. Matt, I assume you've been there as well.
Yeah, definitely.
But maybe I could ask Anna, what are your most memorable, you know, maybe one of your most memorable experiences with being in Rome?
I mean, Europe is a marvelous city. I have been there a few times, and every single time I had a wonderful time there. So one of my lovely memory is, you know, is to sit in the Spanish seat. I don't know if you remember this area in the center of Roma. Is quite marvelous at night, you know, having a drink or you know, eating something, sitting there surrounded by young people, singing, talking, as Latin people, you know, are used to doing. So great, amazing. For sure, I cannot forget doing shopping in Rome. You know, the most wonderful clothes in the world. So I invite all of you to come to Rome, join us, and you will have a wonderful time there.
Excellent. Matt, about you?
Well, I could not agree with Anna more. My memories of Rome are just phenomenal. Just walking through the streets and coming across the fountains from antiquity, and just such an amazing culture, such an inviting, friendly place. So I'm just so looking forward to seeing people in person and enjoying the cultural richness of Rome.
Yeah, I couldn't agree more. And I know it's a shocker for me, but food and wine are definitely the key. And I do remember sitting on top of you know, on a cafe or restaurant at the top of a hotel in the open air, looking over the basilicas and the skyline at dusk. And oh my gosh, just wonderful. And I really appreciate, Anna, you reflecting regarding about the young people and including me in that statement. So I appreciate that very much.
Including all of us.
All of us. Okay, there.
All of us.
Exactly. Okay, I think, well, we're about ready to wrap up. We all know we'll be in trouble with Mary if we run over. I know she runs a tight ship, and I know I stayed exactly on script. So I get credit for that. No, but thank you again for your hard work for the and all the effort that you do on behalf of the IGCS. And thanks to everybody who joined us today. Again, until the official website is ready to go to igcs.org and on the homepage, and you'll find all of the information about the meeting as it emerges. So thanks again to you both, and thanks for everybody for joining us. Have a great day.
Thank you.
Yes, thank you so much.
Thank you so much for having me.